Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened there. Let's see if we can get everybody back. It just completely cut me off. Hello, Cynthia. Thanks for coming back. I don't know what happened there. I was talking away and then I looked over at my iPad and it was gone. So I added the little cheeks. I don't know exactly where it cut me off. Yeah, I know. It's sometimes a struggle. So we're going to add a little bit of glue. You can start gluing this together. Hopefully everybody, yeah, I know. I don't know what happened. It just cut me off. Hello again. Thank you guys for coming back. Okay, so I added some little cheeks and I finished the Copic coloring on his face. Then I'm going to add his little beard. I was also wondering if you could make this guy into like a little elf. I mean, he looks very Santa-ish the way he is with his beard, but I wonder if you could change things to make him into an elf. And there might be an elf. Okay, we've got his little nose, and the same thing, I'm just gonna add a little bit of, this is the E00. And then just a tiny bit of the E02. Hello, Nicole. Thanks for coming back, everybody. But I just really like the look of the shading for his face. And then we need to add a little tiny bit of a foam dot. So I've been really liking these 3D foam strips. So they're the scrapbook adhesives. And I use the foam, hopefully I don't fling this, this doesn't fly out of my hand. I use the foam roll for a lot of my foam taping, and the width is the same, or the height of it. So I can use these together. If I can, it's like I'm doing surgery or something. We'll add his little nose there. And I'm just going to smooth out this color with that lighter color again. Okay, there we go. And then you also need just a little bit of black for his eyes. The Dancing Elf for Crop and Create. Nice. He is so cute. So I'm just putting that behind, and then you have the little black part. Really, I mean, he's on black here, so it wouldn't matter a whole lot. We need the little cuffs for his, I think these are for his boots. I was looking on the picture and they don't actually use these, but I thought they fit well. So I think you could probably use them for his sleeves as well if you wanted to have his arms showing. And I mean, I think this is not a hard card to do. It takes a little bit of time just because you're piecing things. And it's probably not one that I would do like 50. But I think he turned out really cute. And I would I'd sit down and, you know, do the paper piecing one day, like the die cutting one day, and then piece him together another day. I think you could easily make a few of these, and they're very cute. And there's the little lines there that kind of, you can line it up so you know where they go. He looks like a little gnome right now without the details on his hat. I have kind of held off on, you know, the gnome, because gnomes are everywhere, but I'm really liking them now that it's like they're probably ready to be phased out, although you're still seeing them everywhere. And I'm just really liking them. I know there's a new Echo Park gnome Christmas collection, and it's really cute. Like, he just looks so adorable. Alrighty, we're just adding a little bit of glue here. And then we need his little arms. And we've got a little gift box. So I cut, the gift box comes with the die that's the 2 pieces. So I cut it in this, and then I cut it in the other green, and then you can just mix and match them. So if we do, for this one, if we did this and this, then it's kind of opposite to the one we did there. But I do love die cutting with pattern paper as well. And for this red cardstock, I don't even know where I got it from, but it's kind of like a shimmery red, and I think it's really cute. Then he's got his little hands, his little mitts. Put a little bit of glue here, and you can adjust. You could make him hold that candy cane that the deer is holding. That would be really cute. You could have some extra of these presents. And if you want to just kind of see where it's going to be, then you can adjust where his hand goes. So if I want it there, then I'm going to put a little bit of foam tape behind, and this is where those little strips come in handy, because you can just add a little bit on here. So then you just place his little mitt on, and it looks like his hand is just reaching over and holding that. So cute. Seriously, he's very cute. Yeah, not a huge fan, Lorraine. I haven't really jumped on the gnome train, but I am liking them more. Okay, now we've got this side, and on this side he's going to hold his little paper, so we'll do the same thing. And because we're using that liquid glue, we have a few minutes to kind of move it around and see where we want things, and it doesn't have to be perfect either. We'll just put that there, that'll work. And again, we'll grab a little piece. I find this is pretty good and sticky too. It doesn't, once you have it on there and have it stuck down, his poor little arm fell off, then it doesn't really move around too much. So it looks like he's kind of reading his list. I'm trying to get my girls to make their Christmas list soon. I usually have Christmas shopping started by now, and I actually just bought something yesterday. It was kind of the first Christmas thing that I bought, so I guess it started. But I feel like I usually have more done, but it's like, I don't know, I don't feel panicked. I just feel like, whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so we've got, we're going to glue this on and then add our stamp. I'm going to zoom out. Oh yes, Diane, I don't know what happened. It ended. I didn't even know it ended. I was talking away and talking to myself. Okay, so before we get him on there, so we've got two pieces. This guy is all done, and then his little pants. And let me just grab my stamp press, and then we're going to use one of these cute little sentiments from this Kraftin Kimmie set. Turn this over so it looks a little bit nicer. All right, so we did Merry Christmas there. We could do Silent Night or Happy Holidays. We could do the Happy Holidays. I really like all of the fonts that they used in this. And that's called the Perfect Poinsettias, if you're looking for it in the store. It's a Kraftin Kimmie stamp set. All right, so I'm gonna put that here. And I've got that up too far. So I'm gonna move it down. Do you guys find that you use your stamp press or your MISTI a lot for stamping? I grabbed these Kraftin Kimmie ink colors just because they went with my project. I find if I'm stamping anything that I think might need to be stamped a couple times, then I definitely will. If I have a really small stamp set or stamp image, then I'll just stamp once with the stamp block. So we've got our little Happy Holidays, and then I'm going to use just a little bit of green ink. Oops, just put this, just go around the edges just to give it a little bit of color. You love your MISTI? Yes. I don't know how we did it when we didn't have some kind of stamp press. Okay, we've got that there. And then we're gonna have this guy so that his legs are hanging off a little bit and his head is up a little bit. So when I position it, I'm looking to position his legs first. And you can kind of see where you want his little jacket just at the base. Okay, so I know that I want his legs here. I'm gonna straighten this up because it's not quite straight. And you can put a piece of foam tape in there. I actually had some of these 3D foam circles. So I'm just going to use one of these. And I think it's MFT, my favorite things, that has those little discs. Those work really great. So basically you want his little body or his little legs over top of this foam, whatever you're using. If you cut a piece of foam, it works fine too. And then his body is going to go on top of that. So when we're putting the foam tape, we want to make sure that nothing is down here because we want the legs to move nice and freely. So if I grab my foam tape here, you use your acrylic blocks the most. Well, that's good. You probably then are used to using them and know the pressure to use them. I think I just rely on my stamp press a lot. So it makes me nervous not to use it. I'm going to use the little strips here just because I really hate having to cut pieces, thin pieces off my roll. Okay, so we're going to remove all the top and then we're ready to stick him down. And we're just holding his legs. When his legs rest, they're gonna be down at the lower part here. So that's where we can position that on and put him on. And then there's his little legs swinging around. Seriously, are they not so cute or what? This would look great on a tag as well. Hello, Laura. And then he's going to sit here with his legs just a little bit above that sentiment. And he's got a little bit of dimension holding his presence. His little legs can flip around. And you can see I didn't give him quite enough room with the foam tape. They still swing pretty good, but they swing a little bit better if you're just really aware of not to get in the way of that swinging mechanism. So there he is. And what else did I think the only other thing I added, I have been playing around with this collection and I added a little heart from the Doodlebug stickers. I'm really trying to use my stickers up or use them more. There, so we've got our little heart. So that is our cute, thanks guys, little anti-static behind the legs. Oh, that's good to know, Diane. Yeah, that makes sense because then it would just kind of make it move nice and freely. So that's a look at, we've got that embossing in the background. That's pretty and shiny, and then his cute little swinging body. Sandy is taking a little bit of a break, so she had posted online on Facebook that she'd get things shipped out starting the 1st. So if you're placing an order, you can just be aware that that'll ship next week. What else? We have our challenge changing colors going on in the Facebook group until Tuesday. That's the last day. So get your projects loaded up there in the album for a chance to win a $25 gift card. Thanks, Jenny. I don't think there's anything else. I guess if you guys are doing anything for Halloween, have a really fun Halloween. I'm planning on getting some candy because I've not had any Halloween candy in the house yet, and I really think I need some chocolate. So that will be happening this weekend. Oh yes, Cynthia, it's changing colors. So whatever your interpretation of that is, whether it's fall colors or whether it's ombre ink blending, or there's some really neat samples that people have added to the album as well. So thanks guys, thanks for hanging out, for coming back after our little Facebook issues. So I'll talk to you next week. Have a really great week, and thank you. You open the box of candy. Don't do it, Tamara says. That's why I haven't bought it yet, but I'm like, I need to buy it soon. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later. Bye.